Irish one for you. Okay, we are now joined by the two outstanding players of the game, Mark Fletcher Jr. and Keontae Scott, as soon as we make the switcheroo. Coach will be here in just a second, so I think we're going to go ahead and start our questions for Mark and Keontae. So who wants to go first? You're the first guy I saw, so let's go to the front row on your left, guys.
Dan Tortora, wakeupcalldt.com. Mark, just what you could say not only about your running style and what you were able to do tonight, but to give some credit to that offensive line and just what they did to create those opportunities for you.
Yeah, no, those guys up front, man, they're the hardest working group, I believe, in the trenches. And we know we needed them to show up big in this game, but if you go look at that tape, they wasn't the only ones moving people out the way. You got the tight ends doing it and the receivers. So they just move people out the way, and I just choose a hold and run.
I know we have one here, and then we will come back to you, but here on the front row, guys.
Justice Sandel, Miami Hurricanes on his side. Mark, for you, you fumbled the ball in that moment. Do you get a sense of deja vu, especially what happened last week with Malachi, but then you see the team rally around you? What are those emotions like in that point in time, and do you get a sense of deja vu in that moment?
I wouldn't say deja vu, but definitely, it's football. It happens, and I couldn't drop my head. It wasn't no time for that. My teammates, even defensive players, they came up to me, and they just didn't want to let me have my head down. It wasn't time for that. It was time to go. It's football. It happens, but it's all about how you bounce back.
Okay, toward the middle here on our right.
Mark Russell, USA Today. Question for Keontae. The pick six, was that something that you saw on film? Was it just that Jeremiah Smith missed a block? Can you walk us through that play?
Yeah, it was on film for sure, but I think in the moment, with all the skill players on one side of the ball, so obviously knew the ball was coming in that area. And then as soon as the tight end, motion, I kind of confirmed in my head that I was made up in my mind that I was going at that moment. Shot my shot, and, the ball went in my hands. But that goes back to just trusting my brothers behind me, trusting my brothers to be able to, play fast. And that goes to Coach Heatherman, too, just allowing us to be able to play fast and play at a high level and play fast just because we know everybody's swarming to the ball, which is one of our, principles and one of the things that we, stand on. So me just knowing that everybody's swarming behind me being able to play fast and take a shot, that's simply what that was.
I think we have some questions on the left side here. Anybody? Okay, we'll get the mic to you in just a second. Okay, it's on the aisle toward the middle.
Ryan Silapan, Panola Watchman. Keontae, when you made that interception, just talk to me what was going through your mind. Did you know, I see nothing but, synthetic turf in front of me and I'm going to score? And not only that, you at that time, it was Ohio State's biggest deficit of the season at that point. So talk about just that play, what it meant to you.
Yeah, I was full with emotions. I think I took a little moment to peek at the sideline and look at everybody and let them know what's going on. So that was pretty cool moment. And then, just having fun, bro. At the end of the day, that's what this team relies on, man, just going out there playing free and just having fun.
Other questions? Okay, here. We'll bring the mic up on front row, left side.
James Seckley to you, White Wright's son. Mark, did Coach Cristobal give you all a message as far as the offense, like you were going to come out and just kind of punch Ohio State in the mouth and just be physical and just keep taking it to them play after play? And what was that? I mean, could you kind of elucidate on that message and how y'all executed that on the field today?
Yes, sir. He definitely relayed that message that he wanted us to be the most physical team, most violent team, and that's with anybody who we play, who we line up against. And, yeah, especially on the offensive side, but he was screaming that to the defense, too. And, shoot, defense play violent, we got to play violent, too. That's how we match it. But like Keontae said, man, we just went out there, played loose, and had fun.
Okay, front row, right side.
Mark, for you, you see Marty out there getting those massive, massive runs towards the end of the game. Didn't touch the ball at all. And then just that trust to get him the ball and allow him to do that. What was that like, especially as a running back and just the rest of y'all just cheering him on in that moment?
Yeah, no, our coach preached to us had preached us. You know, we have a little talk. What's good, baby? We have a little talk before the game. You know, a little pregame speech, and he was saying, "There's one running back out there, but it's 8 of us in the room. You got 8 hearts, 8 souls in that backfield there with you. So, shoot, to see my brother out there, man, I told him that I need you, and shoot, he just had my back, and that's what I love to see, man. I feel like we got the best running back room in the country."
As you can see, Coach Cristobal has joined us. Coach, would you like to make a statement and your assessment of the game, and then we will go back to questions?
Yeah, sorry I'm late to the party, guys. Kind of a lot of stuff going on out there, but it starts and ends with these guys and their teammates, their resiliency, their commitment to a program and a level of work and dedication that is just rare. And their resiliency, their just desire to find a way to punch through and get better on a weekly basis has led us to this opportunity and now has granted us another one. So looking forward to getting back to work.
Okay, questions for anyone on stage? I think we have one right here, left side.
Coach Connor Barr with KMU. You talked about resiliency. Talk about the resiliency of your team this year, and what specific position group do you think had the most improvement from last season, this season, and up to this point?
Oh, that's a tough question. I think the defense is obviously the most improved unit. Last year, towards the end of the season, we had a tough time stopping anybody. But I think the entire team and really the leadership, these are 2 of the guys that really spearhead the leadership on our team. I think that part right there, playing as one, doing whatever it takes, finding a way to play with trust and confidence and just cutting it loose on game day, that's what these guys bring to the table. You know, when you come out the tunnel and these guys are beside you, you feel confident that it's going to get done. So,
Okay, by the window, extreme left.
you guys should be happier. Everybody's really quiet here right now. You know, am I in the wrong room? Is this the right room?
I'm smiling.
There we go.
Over
We got
here,
some
Coach.
back there. All right.
Again, by the window.
Phil Woodall, 806 Sports in Amarillo, Texas. I know everybody's going to talk about the defense, but your 3 offensive drives tonight averaged 6 minutes and 3 seconds per drive.
Mm-hmm.
That kept the ball out of their hands and their explosive offense, didn't it?
No doubt. And they were starting to find some chunk plays, and they found some success in the running game to open up the second half. Those 2 drives, they did a nice job just checking and what we call the kills, right? Getting to an opposite side run, exposing the B gap, and they got themselves some chunk yardage, a couple gap schemes in wide zone. But certainly, again, the line of scrimmage, the physicality of our tailbacks. Actually, Carson with a nice scramble there. Right?
He said he was going to run somebody.
Put
He
his
did
head
say
down.
that. You show he weighs 230, right?
Tell him. There you go.
But it was, Mark, Marty, the offensive line, the tight ends. I can't speak highly enough about the tight ends because that was a big matchup in this game. Their defensive ends, their edge players, and I think they had allowed 80 yards a game or something like that on the ground. And I don't know what we had, but 161. So, probably, I guess we doubled that. And we had some more opportunities out there, So I guess to sum it up, incredibly proud of these guys. They're the absolute best human beings and best competitors I've been around. And then for me, really just looking forward to all the things that I could have done better, we could have done better to keep improving so we could be prepared to go to Arizona.
We'll stay on Coach's left here in the front row.
This is for all 3 of you. In this moment in Miami history, just what it means for the U to take down defending national champion Ohio State, and just what it says about the road that you've been on all season.
Let's start with Keontae first.
Yeah, I mean, me just getting here was just something that I could just tell, like, when I first got here, the program was just, very serious about what they were trying to get done. You could tell everybody in the room, had their eyes on one goal. And, that was something I was, super excited to buy into. So, the point that we're at now, I feel like Coach Cristobal does a good job of keeping us focused and keeping us on track. So, we'll take 24 hours to focus on this one and, continue to keep it going. But it's definitely something that, we don't look past at all. We're very grateful to be in this situation, but, never satisfied.
Mark?
And as far as me, I've kind of been here since the start. And, man, I just trusted his plan, trusted the vision. And, he told me that we'll get this program back to that national championship status, and shoot, we just continue to keep on going one game at a time.
These guys make us better coaches, and I'll tell you why. It's because they are elite human beings that have an incredibly high care factor and do whatever it takes all the time. And when you have that, you stay up at night as a coach and you try to think of ways, what else can I do to help these guys be successful? That's what they deserve, and that's what they're going to get.
Okay, on the second row, coach is right.
For Mario, you talked to Coach Johnson there on the field. You wanted to talk to him after. I'm just kind of curious what the conversation
Yeah, the
was.
game wasn't over yet. You know, he's out there like, Coach, come on. You're the one that tells us not till the clock strikes 0. I mean, at the end of the day, he changed our lives. My brother and I, we were, I mean, still kind of a nobody. You know what I mean? That's him. We pride ourselves on that. He offered my brother and I scholarships. My parents, you know, may they rest in peace, they didn't even know what a scholarship was. They were Cuban Americans that came over and found a way and tried to make a living. And fast forward, man, you know, almost 40 years later, and he's out there on the sideline supporting us. He set such a high standard. Coach Snellenberger, you know, did as well. Coach Erickson, Coach Coker, so many great coaches. Coach Rick, who was out there a little while ago. So many that have come through. So really proud that this team is making him proud. And also, again, the first thing he says, remember, you know, let's keep getting better. So, and we're on that. We think like that. So we're on the same mindset.
Okay, left side, second row.
Yeah, Jake Trotter, ESPN. Mario, how important was it to set a tone in the trenches, especially with your outstanding pass rushers and the pressure they were getting on their offense?
We keep getting better and better up front. You know, we don't think we have arrived by any stretch, but we certainly think we're getting better. And when you play a team like that, that's been the #1 defense in the country the entire year, you have to, you know, and you have to not only hit, but you got to be willing to take the hits and keep coming, because that's what it's going to be. If you buckle, if you fold, then you know what, they're going to run right over you. And they had success in the second half. Credit to them, man. They were a very well coached team. Schematically, they were really difficult to prepare for. We just kept, our players kept responding. Our players kept coming with their counter punch, and those last couple of counter punches, that big stop, you know, after they converted the 3rd and 18, and then the touchdown drive at the end, and then to, you know, finish it off with an interception. Those are great counter punches. Those are just really like left hooks to the body and to the head. Those are great, great counter punches by our team.
Other question, any questions for our student athletes? If not, we'll let them return to the locker room. Any? Shake your head. Okay. We'll go toward the left side in the middle.
Mark, Brandon Ogden, Tyler Moore, Telegraph. Coach talked about going to Arizona next, but after these, just how special were these 2 games in Texas for you and your teammates, to these 2 moments y'all had in Texas? Y'all probably don't want to leave here anytime soon after the games y'all just had.
Yeah, nah, facts though, but yeah, they were special, and they were extra special because we won, and we was 1-0, and that's always the goal. So, shoot, trying to go 1-0 next week as well.
Again on the left.
Mark James, KJR, iHeart, Seattle. What has it been like for you? You were born and raised in Miami, Columbus High School, and to take the program back to where you want it to be, almost getting there. I know you've put in 20-hour days since you became Miami coach, and it's been a tireless work ethic. So what does this moment mean to you?
Again, I have very little care to do anything as it relates to me. And I'm being honest with you, and I'll tell you why. Because this operation is like 150 people. You tie in families, it's about 600 people. And we all live and die by the moves that we make and the work we put in. So it is 100% not about me. I'm part of their team. I'm part of that family. And that is my obligation as a former Miami Hurricane player, and all the things that Miami did for my brother and I, to do my best to try to provide these guys with even better opportunities so they can fulfill all the great things they're destined for. So I am part of a great team, and I'm proud to be part of a great team.
Okay, any other questions for our student athletes? You have a question for one? Okay. Here on the front, left side.
These guys are tired, man.
Again, James Tuckling to you, White Red Sun. I just wanted to know, did Coach, both Mark and Keontae, did Coach show you all any of the 1991 Cotton Bowl and show you, the 46-3 win and kind of legacy that Miami's expected to dominate when they come out here?
No, he ain't show us that. We just focus on 2025 Hurricanes. That's it.
You want Keontae to respond, or you good? Okay. Hey, guys, go ahead. Go ahead.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I watched the game before. Yeah, I don't know what to I watched it.
Randall Hill's out there, by the way.
Yeah, I watched it, so it was fun.
Okay, guys, we're going to let you return to the locker room.
Appreciate you guys.
Recoup a little bit. Congratulations on the victory and your outstanding player awards. Good luck as you go on to this national semifinals in Arizona. Anything else for Coach? I think you're going to stay with us just for a couple more minutes.
I'm good,
Coach.
as long as they go back and,
Okay.
those bodies are pretty banged up.
Okay, here on the left front.
Coach, again, last time I saw you here was the SMU game. What kind of changes did y'all do and adjustments did you make as far as the team, just your message going forward to drive them like from where they were in that game the last time they were in Dallas to now?
It was really the lowest moment for us in the season, and credit to Coach Lashley and his team. I don't think people realize how good the teams in the ACC are, okay? And I hope now that they're realizing that more and more as we advance, because the teams that we play in our conference, they do great in the CFP. So that day it was a low point, and we quickly we got together because we have really good people, and we work really, really, really hard, and we weren't achieving the results that we set out to have. And that's difficult. That's a punch in the gut. So before the players got back, we rounded up the staff, and we just made a very simple decision. We called it like the meeting. We actually have saved those notes in a nice box to always be with me forever. We told them that we have awesome people. We work really hard. We're not getting the result, but we are going to have to be our very own best fans, our very own best supporters, our very own best family, and we're not going to let anything get in here. But we're just going to do it one day at a time. And every day, I'm going to lift you up. You're going to lift me up. We're going to bring great energy. We're going to have great practices, and we're just going to focus on getting a little bit better every day. And if we do that, it's November 1st, and they all saw the 5% chance we had to make the CFP. They all saw it. They said, if we do that at the end of the season, we will have an opportunity to continue playing into the postseason. And we just stuck to the plan. That's why I love those guys and what they stand for. Like when they say they're getting ready to get back to work and get on the next one, it's what they are. They're kind of, that's their DNA, but that's the way we've been working hard to wire our team. And probably most importantly, we have a long way to go, but we are getting better in really good chunks and really good increments. So certainly looking forward to doing it again.
Okay, we're approaching the end of our news conference, but I will take another question here on the front.
Two for you, Coach. One, Carter Davis, nearly a 50-yarder. Just what's that sense, not a sense of relief, but the trust in him to go ahead and knock in that field goal? And two, having Marty to go out there in the closing stretch, just what did you see from him, especially leading up to that, to give him that opportunity?
Yeah, I'm glad you bring up Carter, because last week was very difficult. You saw those conditions. Those were 30-mile-per-hour gusts, right? And everybody's like all over the guy. And he walked into my office, he's like, I'm good. I go, I know you're good, And he was just drilling him in practice like he always has. We have our 2-minute drills at the end of practice in fall camp. I believe we had 14 opportunities where he was kicking field goals of 50-plus, and he made 12 or 13 of them. So that's been second nature for him. Proud of him. You had a second question, but I forget. Oh, Marty. This was and Pringle did a nice job when he got in there, too. This game leaned more towards Marty, with Fletcher and Marty, right? That combination, because of how big and physical Ohio State was. This was going to have to be, a slug it out, contact, balance, yards after contact type of game. And those guys, they did a great job. And actually, Pringle did a really good job with that as well. Our backs, our entire room, we trust them to get it done.
We will take one last question. Coach is left.
Hey, Coach, Connor Barr with KMU. Can you talk about your fan base coming to College Station, then coming to Arlington, and how they traveled real well? I feel like they traveled real well compared to, what people have criticized your fan base for in the past.
Well, and hopefully they're online right now just buying up flights and tickets, right, to go out west again. I mean, who really cares about the criticism? That's one thing I never understand. And when I hear questions about, that are kind of framed that way as it relates to noise, I don't quite digest that. I don't get it. I don't understand how that ever becomes part of a process where you're dedicating your entire existence, every ounce of blood and sweat and time to getting things going. I don't like the outside stuff. It doesn't matter. I'm glad to see them enjoy a moment like this. I know it's been a long time for them. And you know what? it's great for the city and great for the community. When the Miami Hurricanes do great things, the city of Miami and the community really, really comes together. All the way back to the, so just really, really proud of our people.
Okay, Coach, thank you so much. And again,
Guys, thank you.
congratulations on your victory. And
Sir. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate you.
so on to Arizona for the semifinals.